Hi, I'm Karey Brown, broker owner of Realty Executives Preferred Advisors, and I'm here with Robin Hannigan. Robin is with Taggart and Associates. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
So this segment we're talking about FHA, VA, and rural development, which all have pretty similar guidelines. Let's talk about what goes into that and what sellers should prepare for so that they pass without having extra issues.
With these types of loans, there are two issues. Obviously, the value is one, but the other issue is that there is safety, security, and soundness in the property, and that is both the physical property and for the inhabitants. We don't want anything that could endanger the people living there. No glass shards. Handrails need to be on long stairways need to be installed. Electrical systems need to be safe. There can be no lead-based paint peeling, especially on windows, where a young kid could pick up those pieces of paint. You never know what they put in their mouth.
We've had instances where kids have ended up in the hospital from doing that, chewing on windowsills. So definitely pay attention to that.
Yeah. We also want to make sure that there's nothing that will cause further deterioration in the property itself. Drainage, leaks. We want to make sure that the siding is adequately sealed so that it's not going to deteriorate, especially with masonite siding. Once that seal is broken, it swells and deteriorates, and you have a big problem. With these loans, the appraiser has to access the crawl space and the attic areas, and we want to make sure that you've prepared so that we can do that. If the scuttle is in the closet, make sure that you've cleared the closet so that we can get a ladder there. If it's in the garage, make sure that the car is moved out or the packing boxes are moved so that we can either put the drop stair down or get a ladder up.
And we should mention that if you don't, that there is a second trip that typically has to happen, and obviously they have to be paid for their time. So that incurs an additional cost. So be sure and do that before they get there. Make sure that they have access to the closet access and the garage access, or one or the other, so that they can get and actually do their jobs while they're there.
Also, if the access cover is screwed down, unscrew it so that we can get there. That's especially a problem with crawl spaces. We have to look at them, so that's an issue. FHA requires that appliances be tested. Basically, anything inside the home or on the property must be working if it's there.
So, quick question on that. So, say for instance the dishwasher goes out and doesn't work. You're saying anything that's there. So if it weren't to be there, if it wasn't there, then it's not an issue, right?
Correct.
So
this is especially true with garage door openers, overhead door openers. They have to have a safety reverse mechanism, and that often is an issue. So I guess I would warn people ahead of time that if the garage door opener is older and not adequate, it either needs to be, if it's there, it must work.
So either correct it or take the motor itself out and it just be a pull-up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but do that before the appraisal.
Right. So if it doesn't work, take it out before they get there.
The other thing is a home has to have a smoke detector, a working smoke detector on every level of living area. So make sure that those are there and that they're working. A home cannot have any peeling paint anywhere if it was built before 1978, and that includes outbuildings. if if the home is more recent, we don't worry about lead-based paint, but if there's any exposed siding or bare wood, that needs to be taken care of, because again, we'll have further deterioration if it's not.
And we'll prepare a list so that you'll have access to tips to have that ready whenever it comes time for appraisal. And thanks for joining us. Karey Brown, broker owner of Realty Executives. You can give us a call at 785-213-5188. Robin, how can they get a hold of you?
Taggart and Associates, 785-273-2334.